What's going on? It's my second video, and today I want to talk about the importance of having a good sleep schedule and why that can actually help improve your life. So, one of my goals for 2025 was to wake up at 6:30 every morning. I was doing it a few days throughout the morning, throughout the year so far. Like, we're at the end of May, and probably up until like the end of April, I probably woken up at 6:30 15 times. Obviously, I was failing my goal and I was kind of sick of how I was living. Like, I'm not going to get into that. But probably like 2.5 weeks ago, I was like, I really need to dial in on this goal. So I set my alarm for 6:30 a.m. and ever since then, I've been waking up at 6:30 a.m. the past 2.5 weeks, except one day. One day I woke up at like 8:20, and then another day I woke up, so 2 days, and then another day I woke up at like 6:45. But I can tell you, the amount of time you have in the morning is wild. Number one. Number two, I used to struggle with going to bed and being able to fall asleep, but it's so easy to fall asleep now. I'm like lights out in like 5 minutes. Once you build a routine, you don't even have to wake up early at 6:30. You could wake up at, I wouldn't say anything past like 8:30, because 9, then you're going to bed at 1, and that's just like not good. Um, as long as you have a routine, you're in bed by 11, asleep by 11:30, waking up at 8, you're gonna be able to you're gonna be able to sleep so much better and fall asleep better. So I always kind of wondered, what, like, did I have a problem? Like, I would never, I did, but I would cut down on going on my phone before bed. Like, I wouldn't touch it for an hour. I would just read and meditate and just think. Um, that didn't help. I couldn't fall asleep. But now it's actually insane. Obviously, I get tired at like 9:30, and I'm in bed by 10, and I'm asleep by like 10:15. Sometimes I'm in bed at like 10:15, 10:30, and I'm out like that. 5, 10 minutes, I'm out. It's actually one of the best things. So before you go any farther in this video, that is one of the best things I can tell you right now about waking up early or just setting your sleep routine. Obviously, don't just do a bullshit um, sleep routine like, well, I'm gonna go to bed at 12 and wake up at 8. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed at 12:30, wake up at 8:30, 9:30. That's bullshit. Um, Challenge yourself a little bit. 7:30, 8, the latest, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be able to fall asleep so much better if you've been having issues falling asleep. And my sleep's been pretty good. I would say I'm in a sleep deficit though, because a few of the nights I have gone to bed at like 11 and then fallen asleep at like 11:15. So when you do the math, that's only like 7 hours of sleep, a little more. You should really be getting 8. And I have been having like a lot of fatigue in the gym, so that could be why. So this week I'm just gonna have a few nights where I go to sleep at like 9, 9:30. One day out of the week I did. This was like a week ago. I just didn't have shit to do. Finished all my work for the day. Literally had nothing else to do. I went to bed at like 8. I went to bed as the sun was setting. And I've seen on some like holistic accounts, some holistic people, they tell you it's actually a good thing to do every like once a week to fall asleep with the sun. I would recommend it. It's really not practical, but I slept really good and it got me going that next day. Like, I felt good the whole day and then the day after. But you definitely do not want to fall behind on your sleep. Like this week, the next 3 days, maybe not tonight, but tomorrow and the next day, I'm gonna make sure I go to bed at 9, 9:30, get at least 8 hours of sleep. Um, Second thing is, it just builds like a discipline in you. I'm a pretty disciplined person, but I would say, and I always used to think, sleeping and waking up early is one of the most respectable things. I had a friend that, I forgot what time it was. It was either 5:30 or 6. She was doing that for like a month and a half for a challenge, and it was really respectable because I always viewed waking up early in the morning as some like thing. It just wasn't me. I couldn't do it all throughout high school. Same thing with running. And flash forward, I've run a marathon. Flash forward, I'm 2.5 weeks in, sleeping like this, and there really isn't any problems. But yeah, I used to always think, oh, that's never me. I can't do that. I can't be that guy to wake up early. Look at me now. Like, you only think that until you do it. And um, I've honestly, like, this past year, I've experienced a lot of things like that with like running. Now with the sleeping, with snowboarding, I'm learning tricks and doing stuff I never thought I'd be able to do, hitting jumps I never thought I'd be able to do. Lifting, I'm getting to like a physique that I've never thought I'd be able to do. Like, you can't even see it, bro. Like, I'm getting pretty big. Obviously, not gonna get into that actually, but yeah, like I remember waking up early in high school, like 5:36, and going on runs in the morning, and it was just hell. Like, I still have that ingrained, like in the back of my head. I feel it, like just that those mornings just wasn't me. Just, I didn't enjoy it. I couldn't thug through it. I could thug through it, but I just didn't want to. Um, but now I can, and it's not hard. Like, I actually enjoy it. Here is why you should wake up early. Number one, too, going back to that friend. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but let me structure it a little bit. I'm looking here too because the cameras here, you guys are really up here, so I need to look at you guys more. Going back to my friend, who would wake up at 5:30 for a month and a half. He only did that for that long. Doesn't do it anymore, understandably. He'd always tell me to do that, which yeah, it'd be good to just try out and do it, but it wouldn't work for me. It wouldn't work for him. The reason why is because you actually have to have work to do in the morning. Like, there's no point of waking up at 5:30 in the morning and doing Ashton Hall morning routine like that. That's gonna get you nowhere. If you're rock bottom and you're not into self-improvement at all, yeah, that'll do something for you. Do that for like a few months. You'll be good. You'll be good. That's all you need. That's not gonna make you money. It's not gonna improve your life any more than that. Like, three main things that are gonna improve your life: reading, lifting, and business. Any type of business. And like lifting, that incorporates looks maxing and like diet and all that shit. So you have to be able to do work in the morning, and I'm struggling with that too. I'm waking up at 6:30, and first thing I'm doing is just getting some movement, walking around, drinking some water for like the first 10 minutes, just make sure I'm up and I could really focus on my task. Because I've realized when I've woken up sometimes I'm really not there. Like, I'll say a sentence and it'll just be like, doesn't work. So just move a little bit, make sure you're up. But yeah, you have to be able to do work in the morning, or else it's kind of pointless. I would not recommend going to the gym right when you wake up, just because, unless you're lifting with no music. But I'm lifting with music, and if I'm being honest, I'm scrolling and on my phone in between sets because I'm going so hard during my workouts that I need something to relieve that stress like after, which is probably bad, and I'm probably forming a bad habit. So I need to chill off on that because I know I can. I've done that. I've done that in the past. I've literally lifted with no music, no phone, or I've lifted with music and music only, music and podcast. But I would not recommend going to the gym right in the morning. Find something you have to work on. It could be schoolwork. It could be your business. What I'm doing right now is just affiliate stuff for TikTok. Bang that out. And I'm also reading in the morning. 30 minutes and then 30 minutes after the gym. You got to be able to work in the morning because why else are you waking up early in the morning, you know? So plan something that you're going to do in the morning. That's a daily process. Get it over with and you have the rest of your day. It's just going to give you structure. As men, and even as just people, we're so programmed to have structure through school and sports and all that stuff our whole lives. Now that we're reaching this college stage, there's a lot less structure. If you're building your own structure, it's going to help you be successful because now it's your own responsibility to structure your day, structure your work, structure your workout, structure time with your friends, structure eating, all of that stuff. So that's the second thing it's really going to help you with. The third thing is, with what I've experienced, is it's going to help your mental health. Why? Sometimes I'll be up late at night and I'll be thinking I'm not doing enough, which is true. There's always more you could do. But that really affects your mental health. Not only does it just affect your mental health, it ends up affecting your physical health because you're laying in bed at 10:30, 11, 12, maybe even 12:30, and you're thinking all these thoughts, I should do more. Like, what am I doing? And instead of working, you're just laying and you can't fall asleep for an hour and a half, and now you're going to wake up, if you wake up earlier, even wake up later, and just up your day. So it really does affect your mental health, and I do not believe in that grind till like 3 a.m. every night mindset. Bro, you could so work smarter and get it done and be healthier. Instead of working till 3 a.m., work till 12, wake up and start again. Like, I believe if you're really in the flow state, then yes, you should do that, but it's really rare. It's really rare that you're going to need to be doing that. Also, too, it depends on the level you're trying to get to. If you're really building something big, then yes, you may need that a few times. So yeah, those were like some of the most important things I've personally learned from recently waking up earlier. It's going to suck the first 3 days, but that third night, you're going to fall asleep so easily. You just have to make sure you're giving yourself time to sleep. You can't expect to fall asleep easy that third night and go to bed at 1 and then have to wake up at 5:30. That's gonna be terrible. So yeah, I would really recommend it. And it's pretty simple. Just start. You could start tonight.